Hey, so in this short tutorial, I'm going to show you how to track down account conversions in a Google Ads account. So what this is used for is, let's say you're doing an audit in somebody's account and they're counting things as conversions that you don't necessarily know what those are. For instance, like page views, or they've named it something weird that you can't quite tell what it is that is a conversion. This is a way to go find out where those conversions live and how they have defined those conversions. So if you're a marketing company or you're looking to run PPC for somebody and you're trying to do an account audit, this is very useful because it starts with knowing how are they performing. So knowing what the conversions mean is super important. So if you're ever doing an audit, this is how you start. So what are conversions in Google Ads / Google Analytics? In the words of Elliot, who's me, these are actions that you care about. Really, that's all that matters. What matters to your business? So for us, the big three that we track are form submissions, so someone who's filled out a contact form, phone calls, and chats. These are really what our clients care about, is someone who's reaching out to get in contact with them. Other things that people do track are page views, or like multiple page views in a row, time on page, maybe the view of a case study page, or subscriptions. Now, these may be important to your business, but they're not really something that you can take to the bank unless you know for a fact that 5 out of 10 people who view that case study page become a lead, and it's something I really want to track because it's very important to me. Then sure, I could see tracking that. But what a lot of people do, and a lot of marketing companies, so beware, is they will track all of these things and pump them into Google Ads, and it makes your metrics look way, way better. Because if you count 3 of these things, and let's say someone views 2 pages in a row and they fill out a form, Google will count that as 2 conversions in your conversions column. So it looks like you got 2 when really it was the same person doing 2 separate conversions. So that's an important thing to take note of. But again, really what we care about are form submissions, phone calls, chats, and I'm going to show you how you can track these things down and see how they're defined. So before we jump into the live walkthrough, remember, join our Facebook group, MarketingBros, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to see more videos like this. So let's jump in. So this is an account. This is a roofing account. So, roofers, they need leads, and they do roof repair, whatever it is that they do, put new roofs on people's homes. So I'm looking at this account as someone who's auditing it, and I can see, okay, this campaign has 18 conversions, this one has 21, this one has 7. So let's see what this person is counting as a conversion. So the first thing I do is I go over here to conversion action, and I can see, okay, call from ads. So that's pretty self-explanatory. That's someone calling the ad extension. Form submission. So that's interesting. Let's see what that means. We'll go through and look at that. And then a phone call. So again, very self-explanatory. We name our conversions so we know exactly what they are, but some people may call it something completely different. So now I'm going to go into Google Ads and see where they're defining these. So first thing I do is I go over here to conversions. And now I can see that phone call is imported from clicks. So that is coming from CallRail. I know that because we run CallRail, and they import these conversions as an event, and it shows up as a phone call. This is call from ads, so this is a Google-generated lead, so they count those. And then this one, form submission, is from Google Analytics. So what we do when we set up accounts is we set up goals in Google Analytics, and we import them into our Google Ads account. That way we have 2 places where the data lives, and we just like using analytics. So without going to analytics, I won't know what this necessarily means. They could say it's a form submission, but I don't trust anybody, and I want to go check. So I'm going to go to my Google Analytics account, and I'm going to go down here to the admin panel, and I'm going to go over to goals right here. And now I can see this form submission. This is what we've imported in this account. So now I can see, okay, how are they defining this form submission? So I go over here to form submission. So I can see it's a destination-based goal, so meaning that someone is going to a page, and then this goal fires. And now I go to goal details, and it says, okay, if they get to a page that begins with thank, count this as a form submission. So now I know, okay, if they fill out a form, they get redirected to the thank you page, and this account is counting that as a lead. So, by the way, that is how we count our conversions from forms. We make sure we send them to a thank you page. That way we know for sure that that was triggered, the event was fired, because the only way they can get to that thank you page is by filling out that form or typing it in directly, but no one really does that. So now I know, okay, this goal is a form submission. So it's very, very useful to know how to do this because, again, some people will count crazy things as conversions, and you need to know how to go and track them down. We have a very simple set of conversions here, phone calls, chats, and form submissions. But if you have something more complicated, and you need help with it, reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to help. And I'll see you on the next tutorial.